think I might need, but see, as this comes down, this comes down. Somebody had mentioned that they had a problem with my sketching, and you need to have straighter lines, especially for the students, to say nothing about for you. So it almost gets to a point where I know what I'm looking at. Now I can have, I think it would be, yeah, I think I would keep that. I'd rather keep that where the fingers are touching each other. This has got to come back. This is the only part that really needs, like we're carving that from a cutout. The way that it did not come out on the router too well. This is going to be the work. Same with when we get to the face. We can have her, she's going to have more daintier hands, even though we'll look at this hand. Now his hand is pretty big. We might even fix that even some more, because I think she's got daintier hands. And the same with right up here, he's got, but I want to straighten that out a little bit. That might be okay like that, but I want to straighten that out a little bit. In fact, let me get to his hand first. No, I think that might be, well, let's just flatten it a little bit here, just a little more. Just a little more. Oops. That's kind of against the green. That's going to be against the green, or with the green, pardon me. I think that's okay, or as best it's going to be. Clean this up a little bit. It's almost about the same as what I left off. I think it's, well, here, I think what would help is if we lift this up a little bit. Get out of there. All right. The thumb, now here he does have the thumb out. We could bury the thumb to match this hand, like the thumb is in her hair. Like some of the hand is in her hair. So that would make this hand almost the size of that. All right, we're going to go this way from the tip out, or in, pardon me. Oops. Because of the way that this wood lies. Again, take and make a little, I call it 10-degree V-cuts. Now this here, I think we're still okay, even though I got it a little thin with the pinky. I think we might still fix that a bit. Again, tip down, the butt of the knife up. And then we do the So two scoops of raisins on each. Oops, careful, this way. Oh, which way is it? Which way is? It is this way. You gotta feel it for first before it is not cooperating. Maybe it does go this way. You keep feeling. Just don't go too deep. Now the pinky again is the smallest, but middle finger is the farthest, I'm sorry. Since the middle finger is there, the index finger I'll round it at the same time so I can get a feel for it and flatten it more. There, that helped. Now the like I said, the ring finger is the second largest, where the index is the second smallest. So the index is going to have to come in some more. I want to clean this up a little bit and kind of bend the fingers a little bit. Now I think we got kind of what we want, but we want to fix it. So in other words, first is we round the tips. See, once you get the fingers in like this, then you can adjust. The pinky is still, now the pinky is too big. I was afraid I cut too much off on the pinky, now it's too big. Now I'll come back later on some of the details, but you round it, you clean it. It's not so much detail, but cleaning up. That's what the thing is. I mean, it's not bad. We can do some with it. Let's bring the pinky down just a little bit. Oh, watch that green. Watch that green. So he can come down a little bit still. Ooh, even then. And I still want to put this in, where even though it should have been lifted a little bit, we want to put a nice shade in there, shadow deep. And again, we will come back and detail let's round this a little bit. Let's see which way is that the right, yeah, that's the right way for the green. And same here, I think we might, maybe a little bit, maybe with the index finger. And it's the pinky that goes in deeper. And we are still okay with the thumb missing because it's inside the hair. So these hands, I think, are the same size relatively, give or take. Like I said, we'll have to come back to that thumb. I do want to get to her dainty hands. And I am confident we got to take this out. Because it has to be smaller or down farther than here. It has to be. And if it doesn't look good, we'll have to work around that. Now we can come in a little bit here with her girlish figure. And sometimes it's good to take your V tool and use it as a small chisel. A small flat chisel. And put this in. to separate the hands first before I put the tufts in the other to make sure that we're happy with what we got here, or content or usable, using the blade of the chisel to get in there. I mean, a lot of times people would say, well, what tool do you use at that? Well, a lot of times it's whatever I have in my hand, because sometimes I get too lazy. I mean, a knife will do a better job. Sometimes I get too lazy to put down a tool and pick up another tool. Sometimes the knife is good enough, and sometimes the chisel is good enough, and because I want to keep the chisel. I'm getting close to the end of using the chisel at this, and ready to pick up the knife. And let's shape. Let me see. I think I need to get closer here to the camera. I'm just right on the tripod leg. Would this help a little bit there? I think that would. If you see the bump, sometimes I do bump into that. But let's shape the hands a little bit before we put the fingers in. Again. And this is going to come underneath or thinner than the shorter than, or what are you going to call it, than the top. And be careful we don't cut too much. Oops. I think I may have. I'm not sure. Cut here. Just thin this a little bit. Just a little bit, or take the marks off. And again, come in here. Okay, and now round this a bit. Take the marks off. Tuck that in. Now this is going to be tucked in. I'm going to have to come back with another tool to bring that in. Now the thing is interesting, I mean, there's some artists, not only wood carving artists, when it comes to carving or making like hands is a good example, is that sometimes they will cut only 4 fingers, just like some of the cartoons. But the philosophy is that the mind will see what it wants to see, and sometimes they even have 3 fingers, and sometimes you just not pay attention, and just your brain thinks that it is 5 fingers. But in this case, I want to keep the 5 fingers. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can imitate this. I kind of like this, how she, see how her, where is it? There's her left hand, so to your right, the thumb is out, in which the fingers are in. I'm going to see if I can duplicate that, which means I need to make this a little wider. Here, let's put the fingers in and see. Let's put the fingers in. And I think it might twist a little bit because I want it to be as straight like this. Let's just pencil that in. 3, 4, and then the thumb. And same with here, is just simply, now the thumb kind of disappears on this one. And so, again, and just in the center, and then we'll adjust for the thumb. And it basically, I think we got some for the thumb. Same with here. Now here the fingers kind of go down a little more. Even though it's the same, we can still have it twist a little bit. I'm going to erase the top. Same with these fingers. These are relatively okay. All right, here we go. Here comes sweat time. Let's put the fingers in. Now let me verify now before I start. That's 1, 2. So that is the pinky. So I gotta keep that in mind that is the pinky. Don't cut that off. Otherwise, we're gonna do what I just said. 4 fingers, and let's hope people think that there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the thumb. And I was looking again into the screen and that how the angle is funny. So I wonder if I can do it in such a way, experiment by putting that thing under my chin. But as of right now, a little bit of the thumb. Thumb goes back. It does look a little uncomfortable right now. We got this hand. And like I said, the middle finger is the longest, so I'll have to cut a little more here. Make sure I separate the two before I scoop underneath. I think we'll come back. Gesundheit. Oops. A little chip. One, two, three, four. Now there's the index, and then here is careful. There's the thumb. Get out of there. Oh, when I had my little break there, I just grabbed a couple handfuls of dry roasted nuts, and I guess they're too dry for this January, February day. We'll have to work that thumb. Now, I'm not too happy with what's going on here, but I think we can fix it and adjust it by taking this in a little bit. Careful, we still got the thumb to play with. And bringing this in. I see the ring finger is a little thicker than it should be. And we want to be careful when you come to thinning out fingers, because you might snap a finger off. So you got to do this one little piece at a time. And I think if I use my chisel here, I want to bring it up a little bit more. There we go. Now we're getting there. But I think that middle finger might be too long. And there's taking these chips out. Again, we'll start with the 10-degree cuts. Actually, I did both at the same time. Just do one. One, probably come in a little more. Yeah, it's not coming out as well as I want it to. I think we're just going to have to play with it some more. I think it's this ring finger here that's kind of screwing things up too. It's getting there. It's more of a shaping. If we do our scoop, and our scoop, and our scoop, come around, watch where that green goes. The green goes, okay, this is good. This is the right way. Be careful at the tip. And we want to work with those hands to make them as, let's say, dainty and feminine as possible. I think I need some more work on it. Come back some more and do some more adjusting. Oh, SLC's a bird. I think I just want to get on to the next. I see this here. Let me clean this quick. It's bothering me. I think it's not. I mean, I see where I can. Oops. Cut at the wrong spot there. Same here. We want to cut, do our 10-degree cut, V-cut. Now there's almost straight down, just a little. Now there's a little too much on the ring finger there, so I'll do a little more than 10-degree cut. I might want to round these first before I put the dents in. Yeah, that one's coming a little better. Length is first. Well, needs work, but at least it is set in. I've got the get the thumb going here. Now the thumb should actually go down. The fingers stick up farther than the thumb does, and the thumb has this extra scoop here. That goes in more. Same with this here. I think that's another reason why this don't look good. And I'm just going to have to, again, I'm going to get my visor and get my little knife. Uh-oh. Did I just cut off the thumb here? I just cut the tip off the thumb. Yeah, hers is a little difficult for some reason. Get out of there. I want this clean. But every time I keep diving in there. Yeah, that thumb is not coming up very well. I'll have to come back to that too. Well, there's the hands for now. I think this thing here, that'll help. That might help. Like I said, I'm trying to make it as dainty as possible. I forgot the cuts here. the knuckles. Oops. Again, when we get under the visor, it'll come out a bit better. Again, let's do an assessment thus far. Like I said, you know, before I do that, of course, this is my little detailing knife here. I wonder if I can just go ahead and clean that, because I want to give you a close up. And we got a lot of crap in there. I always leave that to the end. And I'm just kind of wasting my time and your time just picking at this stuff here. I think if I keep playing with it, I might, like I said, I'm at this funny angle here. Let's see if this will help too a little bit. Like I said, I want to zoom in on the fingers and stuff. Let's get rid of some of the stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of junk. There's the first round of the hands. Detail, a little more detail, because I want to get to the. I think we are to the point, getting to the heads. I'm going to start his first because this is the easiest. Hers is last because that we're going to have to do quite a bit of doing there. We're going to do this more in planes because you got the mouth and the chin and all that in there. I mean, the question, do we still keep her as a bigger woman? We probably will. I mean, I got the wood. I better keep it that way. But to the head.